Hello there. My name is Richard. The first thing I see on my channel, user review cartoon series, anime series, some something completely random. Today I'm going to talk about The Poll. And yes, it's something that is highly recommended because it's one of those series that you wouldn't expect to be any good, especially with sci-fi because they try to do the Adult Swim kind of thing, but they keep failing till they actually finally got it. You're like, whoa, they actually got there. Like, whoa, you never expected to crash and burn, but no, they finally got that. They actually have not one but two interesting shows. One that's Devil May Care that I highly recommend, and The Poll that I wasn't expected to be wow because it's about Santa Claus, especially in during the close to be summer. I mean, yeah, it's something like, yeah, this show should belong to around Christmas Eve or Christmas month because it's all about Santa Claus, so it's sort of obvious, but at the same time I realized, yeah, I can see what they're trying to do. It's basically, the whole idea is, what if Santa Claus doesn't really want to be Santa Claus, or better yet, if Santa Claus is confident enough to do the job. And that is interesting because this is simple but layered, because the whole idea is, should you let a kid be rewarded to being bad or being good? Even that is very simple, very basic, but you actually do dive into it this interesting way, because when you reward a kid to being good, you expect it to be good because he has a lot of hard work into it. He always proven himself to be the best, trying to be a good little girl or boy, and you reward the bad kids who don't try. But at the same time, you're wondering, what if the kids are being bad because they're sort of bad parenting, maybe something bothering them, or something they can't really understand, and that's why they react a bad way, and you basically not give them that attention. What if you give a bad kid a gift to motivate to be good, help them to get out, become a better person? But at the same time, the old way of thought is, why should you dare? They didn't work hard enough. They didn't be a good child. But at the same time, when they explain that in this series, in the mentality, what is the kind of the politics of the poll of this cartoon, where it actually comes from, that original Santa Claus who said, yeah, you should punish the bad kids and reward the good kids. You realize the original Santa Claus, the first one who made this tradition, is a hypocrite because he became Santa Claus because he sort of lied being Santa Claus. In other words, basically, everybody thought Santa Claus had this image to be a saint, but he wasn't. He's a person. He has needs. I mean, needs he said with other elves, till he finally get caught. He says, it's not my fault. It's the elf. She tempted me. She is the evil one. But to keep his power, he pushed it even more, that he promised to become Santa Claus and punish the bad kids, giving cold, giving good kids a present because they try. But at the same time, that's sort of hypocritical to him, who he lies to get his power. He become the original Santa Claus. And you see this sort of mentality, their traditions are sort of built of lies and betrayal. So it's kind of hard to believe of tradition of Santa Claus, especially our modern Santa Claus you see right now, the one who we now carry the tradition, who doesn't want to do the job anymore. In fact, he believes it's time to change, but at the same time, he can't make the change because people are set in their ways that, no, you should stay on the traditions. But this one happens. The elves sort of divided to the people who believe it should be tradition and stay as tradition, the people who believe to time to change and become more modern thinking, to more to forgive. But at the same time, both of them are very extreme of their own ideas. And Santa Claus sort of the man of the whole thing. He doesn't know how to deal with it. Especially, he's sort of living a lie with his own wife that they're supposed to be married, but at the end it became sort of like an open divorce kind of marriage, and kind of make this false view of them who are they're happy, but actually not really. Just together because of the power, but at the same time, they're not power hungry. It's more like, we have to do this because of the kids, right? Or not. especially Miss Santa Claus, because Miss Santa Claus is the queen, the one who moves everything in the board to make sure Santa Claus stays in charge, because Santa Claus is a competent loser, but at the same time he's really good at the job. It's someone who you do believe he actually could do and understand the kids. But Miss Santa Claus is so perverse that she is complicated because she doesn't like what she is, but at the same time she understands she must be this part of life, in other words. But at the same time, she is basically the puppeteer for the puppet. She's the one who tells you what to do, what not to do. She's basically the one who pushed the heavy lifting, in other words. But lucky day, she's sort of not sure his ex-husband or husband is the right person, because she became sort of uncool with his son Jack, who doesn't like his father. He doesn't believe he understands, because he sort of portrayed him when he's a little child, because he asked for a present but he never gets it. Especially ironic that Santa Claus should be all-knowing, but at the same time he wasn't. He wasn't there for his son Jack, and he was sort of tired and realized, you know what? No, you did it wrong. You did me wrong, boy. You do everybody wrong also. So I deserve the power. I deserve to push you away and become the next Santa Claus. But the only problem is Jack is broken. He also incompetent because he knows what he wants, but it's one of those characters. He's very ambitious, but he's sort of incompetent. He doesn't understand, give sympathy, but at the same time he doesn't care. He wants his dad get hurt, but his father sort of realized also like the way he is like that is because his fault. All the pressure of becoming Santa Claus, sort of kind of this sort of shift dynamic power around the family, trying to figure out how to make it work instead of being broken. Now this show has very simple politics, very simple power moves around the family to see how everything works in this world. Now, of course, this series ended sort of a cliffhanger I wasn't expecting, especially what happens at the end that Jack sort of wins in a way in the weird out of left field. You just like, okay, I wasn't expecting that, because it really spoke to me, that ending. That is a cliffhanger, but it's one of those like, wow, I actually want to see season 2. I actually want to see what happened, because it is interesting. It's not one of those endings that is sort of frustrating, like, oh my god, you left it there? But it's one of those, oh my god, that happened. And that's kind of hard to pull off, because when you lift a cliffhanger, usually it's just pissed off, especially me, because I despise cliffhangers, because you never felt they leave it in a bad place, that, I need to see more. But no, this one sort of spoke to me, because the ending, the cliffhanger ending, it's simple. It's something you can't see in the series, but at the same time, I wasn't expecting it. Maybe that's the end that affected me, because I wasn't really expecting. I was expecting sort of a little tight ending to end up the whole series, because it's Santa Claus. It's something that's sort of obvious. The show will not get a season 2, but the show did not give a crap. It gave it that cliffhanger, and it spoke to me that like, wow, you have balls. You have a way to end it that actually blows me away, and that's props. This is the reason why I highly recommend to watch this series, because it's something you don't expect, especially how the show is almost completely tight. It has some flaws here that I feel you could tighten up even more the writing, a little bit more like the twists and turns that it has. But it's a show that sort of sit down each character, you get to know who they are, how they act, and why they're trying to grab their own power of this North Pole of becoming Santa Claus. Everything sort of makes sense, and that itself, it works, especially something this Santa Claus related, something for Christmas you don't expect to be kind of politically interesting, and for just this, in other words, I can't describe it, how interesting and weird and out there, but it does it almost perfectly. I don't know you, maybe I just wasn't expecting blow me away, but tell me, do you feel the same thing? You feel this show was good, or you feel the sort of average? Tell me down below. Now I can really nothing else to say, just thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Bye.